We all think that we will never fall for a fitness scam. That's a mistake that other people make, right?
The minute. So you build definition, size, and strength.
But what if I told you there's 3 fitness scams carefully disguised that go unnoticed by most people? In this video, I'm revealing the top 3 fitness scams in 2024 that you probably don't even realize are misleading you. So you can separate what's real from what's not and get lean without the gym bro routine. Scams aren't just about different things that work for different people. For instance, while the carnivore diet might not be ideal for most, it can be a lifesaver for people with autoimmune conditions. What we're discussing here is deceptive advice, or products that don't provide the value that they claim to offer. So let's kick off by looking at where these flash workouts started. And how they look today. So you can bypass the BS. Come on, they did it so much better in the 80s. Have you ever wondered why these crazy popular workouts, they work for other people, but you never seem to get the results that you see on screen? The key to real physique transformation is not in these flashy workouts. Sorry, I could not help myself. The key is understanding and applying a basic principle: minimum effective volume. Okay, so let's look at 3 fitness influencers with hundreds of millions of views each and see how they get in their minimum effective volume. We've got V-Shred representing the US with nearly 129 million views. Next, we've got Joe Wicks, the body coach, representing the UK, coming in at over 367 million views. And Jordan Yeo, representing Malaysia, coming in at over 377 million views. Finally, this is one special clip from a single video with over 50 million views. I just couldn't leave it out. Chloe Ting representing Australia with 3.2 billion views with a B. Billions of views, and this wouldn't tire out your great granddad. All of these workouts with millions of views are just designed to make you feel like you've moved a little bit. But trust me, you did not do anything to stimulate physique change. It's so misleading because you see their awesome physiques, which, spoiler alert, they got in the gym. And even if you know that, a little part of you thinks, well, working out from home is easy, and these workouts, they won't hurt. I'm at least doing something, but they do hurt. You have a limited allostatic load, and dedicating part of your allostatic load to this BS only takes away from the real training that will transform your body. But don't worry, this does not mean hours in the gym with a push-pull leg split 6 days a week. You can still work out at home. However, it also doesn't mean 10 minutes of jumping jacks and burpees and thinking you're going to be jacked. You just have to implement that key principle of your own personal minimum effective volume to force physique change. This ensures that every workout you do is a step towards the body that you want. So here's how you can apply it at home or in the gym effectively. Remember, minimum effective volume is the least amount of work you need to do to stimulate muscle growth. So to figure this out, step 1, establish your baseline. Note your current strength levels on major movements. For example, how many push-ups can you do with perfect form? Then take tape measurements of your neck, your waist, and your hips to track your body fat percentage using the Navy method. And finally, take progress photos that you can compare week to week. Step 2, establish your current workout volume. Start by recording the number of sets, reps, and load you are doing for each muscle group per week. If this is 0 or you're unsure what your current workout volume is, then start with a lower volume around 6 to 10 sets per muscle group per week. Step 3, gradually increase your workout volume. Simply add sets, reps, or load per week and record down your total weekly volume. These gradual increases help you understand the total volume that your body can handle and at what intensity. Step 4, track your strength and size gains. Track your strength gains and measure your muscle size regularly. If you notice improvements, you're in a great place, probably around your minimum effective volume. Then if you stop seeing progress or you feel excessively sore or tired, you might have gone past your limits to recover. If this happens, slightly reduce your volume and reassess. And this approach works if you're lifting weights at home or in the gym. And if you're interested in getting lean without the gym bro routine, make sure to subscribe for more game-changing tips. So now you've tackled those billion view scammers. What about all those magical potions promoted by the world's best athletes and the internet's most knowledgeable doctors and professors? Ever wondered if those popular supplements hailed by the highest performing athletes are worth your money? From big name sponsorships like Athletic Greens.
Athletic Greens, that's one thing I take.
And acknowledge our sponsor, Athletic Greens.
Try AG1 today.
To supplements from MLM schemes like Herbalife.
Herbalife Nutrition helps me to be the best.
I can't believe you've done that to me, Ronaldo. But are you really getting what you've been promised? 99.9% of these products are overhyped and underdosed. So let's break down the BS and see what actually works. I remember myself spending a fortune on these so-called miracle supplements, hoping for the quick fat loss and muscle gains. Heck, I even worked in the formulation lab of a product that was a whey protein fat burner. So I'm here to make up for my food scientist sins. Because as it turns out, you guessed it, 99% of these products don't do anything at all. They're just empty promises in fancy packaging. But these product formulators, they're very clever. They sprinkle a bit of something proven to be effective, but then massively underdose it under the disguise of a proprietary blend. For example, you can see it here. There's an amount of 7,388 milligrams listed for their alkaline nutrient-dense raw superfood complex. But we have no idea of how much of each individual ingredient is included. And this lack of transparency, it applies to all of those seemingly exotic ingredients listed below. They're totally fine, clearly stating the amount of cheap vitamin C here at 420 milligrams. But for more expensive ingredients like beetroot powder, do we really believe we're getting that effective dosage of 5 to 7 grams to meet our daily nitrate needs and boost nitric oxide production? It's highly doubtful, considering a full scoop of AG1 is only 12 grams. So for the beetroot powder dosage to be effective, it would need to constitute half or more of the 12 gram scoop. And given that AG1 has 75 ingredients, that's very, very unlikely. This is just one example. And this is one of the most trusted ones pushed by super influential people. And on the other end of the spectrum, you've got those big name sports stars from the NFL, from the UFC, and soccer, or football as it's truly called, selling you hope in a bottle. The reality is that these products, they contain ineffective dosages for their intended purposes. Prime is not a correctly dosed electrolyte drink. But did any of you really think it would be? These products are often marketed to kids, just designed to appear cool so they can emulate their favorite celebrities. In contrast though, AG1 is really promoted as a health supplement, with a thorough rundown on their website of how beneficial each ingredient is. And then influential figures like Andrew Huberman and Dr. Peter Attia endorse it, adding credibility. This genuinely makes it really difficult to understand what's legitimate and what's not. So how do you sift through the noise and find out what really works? Step 1, research the dosages. If you hear about the benefits of an ingredient and you really want to try out a supplement, start by researching the recommended dosages. And this is not as complicated as it sounds, just go on examine.com. It provides unbiased information on clinically effective dosages, and it details the expected effects with the most up-to-date research. Step 2, verify the product's contents. Ensure the product contains what it claims by checking if it's third-party tested. Use the company's website to check this, or a website like LabDoor. These sources verify that the product is free from contaminants or harmful ingredients, and it confirms the accuracy of the listed ingredients, so you actually get in the bottle what you ordered. And step 3, just avoid proprietary blends. If a supplement contains an effective dosage of a key ingredient, they will tell you. In fact, the company will typically highlight it because it's very valuable to do this. And if you're new here, my name is Tim. I'm a food scientist and personal trainer, now based in Austin, Texas. My expertise is helping guys hit 10% body fat without letting fitness take over their life. And to kickstart your journey, I've got 2 free guides for you: my rapid fat loss guides and carbohydrate cycling, and my 7 best micro workout challenges you can do from anywhere. And you can find both in the description below. Now that we've covered workouts and supplement scams, let's talk about the coaching scams plaguing the fitness industry. Ever wonder if us online trainers actually know what we're talking about?
Dawn sold a variety of fitness packages with promises of personalized nutritional guidance and individualized fitness coaching. According to the lawsuit, those customers did not receive any personalized sessions, instead receiving a single encouraging email or text reading, "That's my girl, you're killing it."
Imagine putting in all that effort, following their advice and still not seeing results. But what if the problem isn't actually you, it's them? The key to real fitness progress is not generic advice based on one individual's personal experience. Instead, it's about leveraging insights from hundreds of people's personal experiences and then tailoring that to your specific needs. I had a client come to me recently, a determined and dedicated guy that was following another online trainer's plan religiously. Obviously, you know the answer already. He made zero progress, ending up exhausted and thinking it was all his fault. But we know from studies that people vary wildly in response to training. In fact, this study showed that when people followed the exact same training protocol, some people get huge gains and some people, they get nearly zero gains. So if you're a high responder with awesome muscle building genetics, you get fast and obvious results with any well put together program. And this is where most online coaches, being an N=1 that just responded well to training, mistake their results as representative of anyone that trains. experience. They aren't lying with their advice because that's their life experience. And they have the evidence staring back at them in the mirror. They just don't understand what the everyday guy responds to. But here's the real problem. Many of these online coaches have not trained anyone in real life. So they truly only understand their own personal genetics. And then they spend time in the gym with other people that have similar muscle building genetics as them. So then when they get a normal guy come in as a client, they think the client just isn't doing the work. But it's like trying to learn to swim by reading a book. You might get the basics, but you'll never master coaching others without getting in the water. So now let's talk about the process that you can take away from this. When seeking someone to give you the correct guidance, step 1, assess the trainer's experience. Look for someone with diverse coaching experience, not just personal achievements. Ask about their history of coaching clients. Have they coached different ages, different lifestyles, and varying fitness levels? Because coaching a wide variety of people means they've seen the extremes of high responders to training and zero gains responders to training, meaning that they can effectively guide anyone in between. Step 2, look for personalization. Ensure they offer programs with ongoing customization. A good trainer will assess your individual needs, your fitness levels, and goals to create a personalized plan. This means they won't just give you a one-size-fits-all routine, but will adapt their approach to suit your specific requirements. Step 3, check credentials. Verify their certifications of a real training background. Certifications from reputable organizations are essential. And look for proof of practical experience. Training someone online and training someone in real life are very different. In real life, we gain so much expertise seeing different people's body mechanics and seeing people up close go through the dieting experience, knowing when to push harder and when to back off, and when to implement specific strategies, and knowing the right questions to ask when the client doesn't know how to articulate what they need. Whereas just training people online, it leaves a big gap here. And like Donnie Miller said, in this age of information, ignorance is a choice. So avoid those scam traps, and for more coaching tips, watch my video here.